So here are 3 things that you can do if you're a person that's working right now and you're struggling with your mental health and you feel like you don't know what to do and you feel like your world is falling apart. I want you to watch through to the end. Also like, save, and share this with somebody that you know that might be struggling as well with their mental health. So there are a lot of us who may be under an immense amount of stress at work, and that stress could be impacting both your physical and mental health, but more so your mental health. It's impacting how you show up to work. It's causing some extreme dread. It's causing some level of panic. This is in fact a qualified leave. So what I mean by that is that you could file for FMLA, Family Medical Leave Act, through your employer. So granted, every sort of employer has a different time frame on how long you have to be employed with the company in order for it to be paid. But you would qualify, and best way to kind of figure that out is to check in with your HR department. So I just want to give you a few tips on how to follow through with the FMLA process if you're somebody that's struggling with your mental health at work and you just need a break and you don't know what to do. The number one thing I want you to do is to talk to your manager. You do not have to give any information regarding your mental health to your manager, but you need to let them know that you are planning to take time off because of a medical issue. You can just leave it at that. You don't have to go into details. So that's the number one thing that I want you to do. Number 2, the next thing I want you to do is get in touch with your provider. So if you are requesting mental health leave through FMLA, you can either speak to your PCP, your primary care physician, or you can speak to your licensed mental health provider. So you can speak to your therapist, and either one of them can sign the official paperwork for you to be granted that FMLA leave. And so you get up to 12 weeks. And again, depending on the time that you're in your job, that depends on whether you're paid or not. So you want to run that through HR and get clarification on that. And then finally, last part is make sure you get all that documentation to HR. And again, I just want to reiterate this. You do not have to go into detail about any diagnoses or anything of that nature. That is protected information through HIPAA, and you do not have to disclose this to your employers. So also, I just wanted to mention that if you feel like after the FMLA things are still, really difficult for you, that you could also consider short-term disability. This also may be offered to you as a supplemental benefit through your employer. And again, I encourage you to have these conversations with HR and drop any questions that you may have about FMLA, short-term leave, and mental health.